The Grade 2 $400,000 Risen Star at the Fairgrounds. The next step on the road to Kentucky Derby 149, presented by Woodford Reserve. Joe Christopher and Scott Shapiro joining you. And Scott, Tapit has been a tremendous stallion over the course of many, many years. But when you think of Tapit, you think of a horse whose younger progeny sometimes can be a little bit mentally challenged. That doesn't seem to be the case with Tapit's Conquest.
I agree. Tapit's Conquest ran very well on debut at a pretty big price against a good field at Saratoga. Came out of that race, ran even better at Churchill Downs, where he had trouble into the first turn, still dominated that field after overcoming it. Then he had trouble again in his first start as a 3-year-old. You could argue he was best in an allowance event won by Determinedly, who's also in this year's Risen Star. Tapit's Conquest, I think, has a bright future.
Yeah, he was the even money favorite that day. He was 5th in the back of the pack. He wound up just missing by a neck and galloped out in front. Thought it was a visually impressive performance by Tapit's Conquest, particularly for his 3-year-old debut. Scott, he's 6-1 in the morning line.
6-1. It's one of the favorites in this race, the way it's set up. Second choice on the morning line. That speaks to the depth of the race. But I like his chances quite a bit, I think, after that race. First off the bench, where Brad Cox was considering running him in the LeCompte off the layoff that day, telling you what Brad thinks of the horse. And I thought he ran well. I think he's going to sit a perfect trip. Mid-pack under Florent Giroux, who looks to win this race for the 4th time.
There is some speed. There are some closers. Tapit's Conquest should be in the right spot on the turn for home 1 of 3 in the race for trainer Brad Cox. The Grade 2 Risen Star coming up on Saturday at Fairgrounds.